On Monday, I took Eli to flamenco and got to see some real-life flamenco dancing. Then we did her English homework. On Tuesday, the kids took me on a tour of their grandparents' house at lunch. I know. Now they're going to show me upstairs. I've never been upstairs before. Oh.
There is a telescope. Here we watch the football.
You watch the football here? Oh wow. That view is amazing. Wow. Can you hear it from the whole town? Oh, Alright, why don't you show me the wine cellar now? So this is all of the wine, and this is just literally everything else, and they have barrels, and isn't that just amazing? And then, so I walked in the door, and Esther told me that they're picking up their puppy today, and I'm not prepared. I knew they were getting a puppy, but I didn't think it was going to be until like February, and the kids didn't think they were getting a puppy until Thursday, but they're actually picking up the puppy today. So I can't wait to meet her, and I'm just so excited. Just pets are so good for the heart, the soul, everything. So I'm glad about that, but I am also a bit sad because when I leave, not only am I going to be leaving the family and the kids, I'm going to be leaving a dog. I'm going to be leaving a puppy, so that's really sad as well. Oh, a damper in my happiness though is that my laptop is taking a really long time to export my video. One more thing before I go. I'm so sorry about the focusing on this camera. If I ever get paid from doing YouTube stuff, the first thing I'm going to do is get this camera repaired and also get a new lens because of all of the black smudges from where I broke the lens in Venice last year. So I'm so annoyed at myself. Oh, it's nice to meet you. Oh.
Hola, preciosa, salta pisando. Hola, cariño. Hola, Lapi.
You're so sweet. Yes, you are.
En el cap del prop s'ha caigut una mica enrere i ja s'ha quedat quieta tremolant amb un esbrou que no vol...
No, you were meant to carry on.
Laia? Ei, la porta deu estar farina.
Has d'agafar fort, si no et caurà, eh?
Sí. No, quan fa una coseta... Molt ben sí, Lapi, molt ben sí.
I spent so long trying to fix my Premiere Pro and it's just not happening, and I'm just a bit upset about that, and I feel like crying, and oh no, I am crying now. I'm talking about it, and now I'm gonna go see her again and play with her for another hour before I go pick the kids up. So yeah, I pretty much spent the rest of the week with Lappy, the new puppy. Fue un gusto hablar contigo. Fue un gusto. No.
You get very good no biting. It's here, there.
I don't know, I think she did really well at some parts, and then she went back to being naughty, but that's just how puppies are. And now she's chewing on other things that she's allowed to chew on, so mope. I thought I was recording that whole training session, and I wasn't, but she did really good. Oh, mope, Lappy, mope, mope. No. Today is my day to go to Tarragona. I'm very excited to see everything. Pack my bag, it's very heavy, but you know, it's got everything I'll need in there. I don't know how cold it's going to be. Apparently it's going to rain there. I honestly haven't done as much research as I should have. Like I kept meaning to, but I get distracted. Joanne, Mark and Joanne dropped me off in Tarragona early in the morning. I didn't have a plan, but I made my way to the seat and surprised myself when I found the Amphitheatre and the public park next to it. I looked around the ruins and read the informative plaques. I ate my breakfast and I thought about what I was going to do. Oh my goodness, this theatre is why I decided I wanted to come to this region. Tarragona was so I could come visit this theatre. And it just happened to be the place I wanted to first. So I think, yeah, I'm going to do this first. And then afterwards, I don't really know. So I bought a combined ticket here with a couple of other things which made my plans for the rest of the day for me. The amphitheatre was outside of the main Roman city to take advantage of the cliffs when being built. It was a big amphitheatre with many levels of seating and standing areas. There were underfloor passageways for people and animals to be lifted up into the main ring. All these fragments are from a commemorative inscription for the Emperor Heliopolis. There are still the remains of these extra barricades which would have had a net fencing at the top to stop animals from getting to the audience. I think there are 2 shrines dedicated to Nemesis, because I think one was underground for the ground and the other for the spectators. I don't know, I'm confused. So, as Christians have done throughout history, they decided to come along and turn it into a Christian thing, and they destroyed parts of the amphitheatre and built their church in the arena in medieval times, and they used the rest of it as a graveyard. And since then the building's been a convent and prison and changed faiths, and I think it was only demolished pretty recently. At this point, my camera batteries on both cameras were rapidly dying at an alarming rate, as well as my phone. It had just been a few hours and everything was below 50%. I chose to blame a curse instead of my excessive filming. Gosh, now there's a queue for that place. It was empty and open at 10. Maybe even sooner. I am such an idiot. Do you see that path that leads to all of that there? I thought that, okay, that's blocked off, so I can't get up there. Not realising that I totally could have gone that way. So I just completely missed out this and seeing the back of it and seeing the view of the sea. God damn it. What? No, I can't get out that way. I've got to go up that way. Oh. So I had no idea what this place was, only that it was on my ticket and they kept horses here. See, now I know that all of this here is the very end of a chariot racing circle, a circus. On one hand, it's the tiniest chariot racing circle I've ever seen, but then on the other, it's the most well-preserved tiny section I've ever seen. I went into a medieval tower, which I didn't film, and after knocking my head on the door, I noticed that my hair was much greasier than it should have been, so I pulled it up in this bad half-updo which I wore for a day and a half. So now, was I not only a funny-looking idiot dressed head to toe in winter wear with sunglasses and a weird pony, I was now in a dark tunnel doing all of those things because I couldn't be bothered to keep swapping my glasses over to read the signs. I almost got away with clinging to the back of an American school tour group, but they all looked older and much cooler than me, so the worker helpfully made the whole class move out of the way to watch me walk up the stairs past them. When I was faced with this choice, I had to go sit down and contemplate everything for about 10 minutes before deciding to go back and down the tunnel first, which I think was the best choice. It was very long, very cool, and kind of had an underwhelming end before having to turn back round again. The tunnel's being used for war stuff and prisons, and honestly, even after all that reading, I didn't absorb much. So I went to go back up to the tower, but accidentally exited the attraction because I'm a dum-dum. Luckily, when I came back in, the ticket guy remembered the pink girl who showed her ticket when she didn't need to, and need to immediately leave, so he let me back in. I climbed the right set of stairs this time, and found myself in an interesting level with a lewd, funny carving, in a room all about Tarragona's history with the Civil War. With that depressing thought, let's go up to the next level where I looked at this model. Ooh, very good. Now you can go outside, see a nice view, change your camera battery and pray it lasts longer, then head up these absolutely tiny stairs, and now you get to enjoy the view whilst nervously walking over loose tiles how many miles up in the air. What I find weird is how there's so much history around, and then boom, over there, full-on modern shipping stuff. Then I realised that I can't take the lift down because it's for people in need only, and there's anxiety-inducing stairs are the only way up and down, and you have no idea if someone is already coming up or not. Eventually you get down and then you walk back down the only sort of anxiety-producing stairs. I really wish that lift was open to everyone. So now I'm hungry and I want to eat outside because it's hot, and found out that all the outdoor food places near my next stop was by the fancy town hall building, but I was lazy, so I settled down and spent 2 hours accidentally reading the sequel of a book I thought I was reading, giving me spoilers. Finally, I was off to my next destination. Okay, so now, yeah, it's 3:30 and I have 3 more places on that one combined ticket to visit. I am 100% gonna have to come back, and there is so much to do. I've got to find where my next thing is. I'm not sure if it's this place or not. No, I don't think it is, although it looks awesome. Gosh, why is there so much here? The wall was first built in Roman times around the old town part of the city. It was first made with wood, then built with stone, and expanded sometime later. Only 3 towers from the Roman period remain. The walls were strengthened in medieval times to protect against gun artillery. The wall has been repaired throughout time, and now parts of the wall are so thick they are parts of buildings and residences. I know this cannon was manufactured in the 1700s, but I don't know if all the cannons I saw are that old. So this statue was only placed here in 1934, but I've seen the original. I saw the original last year. That's so cool. I love it when that happens. Huh. So the information is locked up, which would have been nice if the guy had said when I came in, but nope. I'm also thirsty again. It's all very pretty, but I wish all of the old water fountains were working, and yeah, that the information was open. Oranges and lemons. It smells lovely around here. Woo. I am turning into my mum for sure, because I just sat down for a second. I thought, I think those toilets I just walked past and I can't get back to may have been the last ones I could get to in a while. And I was like, I'm thirsty. And everybody went, and you need to pee. And now I need to pee. Also, I didn't realise how long the wall was going to be, and it's taken me to the opposite direction of everywhere I need to go. Okay, so yeah, you remember when I was lost looking for the wall? Yeah, that building there, that's the one that was next on my ticket, all the way back. So I just found some water, thanks to Saint Maggie, 1994. So now I think I am just going to walk all the way back to where I started at the wall, and I really wish that I hadn't exited the wall thing. I just turned around and gone back. But no, I didn't. Oh, no foresight there. And I'm staying stationary, but according to Google Maps, I'm moving, so that's just how I get lost. I love that there are these informative plaques just around. I did walk past a load of cool things, but I'm doing those when I next go back, so I'll just stick the footage in that video. So I found the model. It was cool and in a strange room. I'm not sure what the room was. I kind of wish I'd seen this model before everything, because a lot of the places I'd been to talk about some things like you already know what was there, so it was really helpful. Now the Roman Forum was outside of the old city on one of 2 forums in Tarragona. No idea where the other one is. Finding my way here was so weird, stepping out of Old Town into the new city. It was just so surreal. So this is what the main part of the forum that's left would have looked like. It's called a basquia, and was in use until the first half of the 4th century. This place also served as a living space and a market. So I danced like an idiot here. And here. There are some remains of the water collecting system before the aqueducts, which is pretty cool, but I don't know why I gave it a thumbs up. The other half of the forum was over a road, which just made me think about everything that's lost to the world. So this temple was for both Juno and Minerva, and I talked to the rocks for a bit.
Thank you, Minerva, goddess of my university. It was a great 3 years.
Also, there's an app I forgot to download that uses VR technology to show you what some of the popular areas would have looked like, and this is one of the places where it works. Also, what's crazy to me is how these ugly modern buildings are just right next to this old fantastic forum. I headed to the Roman Theatre, which was nearby, but when I got there it was closed. Luckily they had some information bits on the outside and exposed fence parts that had a nice camera gap to peek through. Apparently the fact that Tarragona had an amphitheatre, a chariot racing circle, and this theatre is really impressive, and it shows how popular the city was. Then I wandered back to Old Town. I admired the large moon, which of course you can't see. And then I accidentally wandered out of Old Town and started coming back this way. And since I have about half an hour left, I think I'm gonna go sit in the park, Amphitheatre Park, because I think it's still lit up. I think it closes at 9, so it would be cool to see it at night time. Oh, it is all lit up. Then I was picked up. Right, explaining. So I got in the car, Joanne, Mark and Esther were there. When I was babbling, but they picked me up. So Esther and Joanne Mark picked me up, and then they went, "Oh, we're gonna go pick Heya and Joanne up from their second cousin's birthday party." I was like, okay, and then they were like, oh, come in, put your stuff in the car, and I was like, okay, and I thought, okay, we'll be for a couple of minutes. They're like, would you like a drink, come sit down, have some food, and I was just like, oh, okay. So now I'm just here at this birthday party. So yeah, I've got to go join everyone because I've been babbling. Okay. So, gosh, I'm back from Tarragona and the little bit of birthday party. I just wanted to quickly give a little haul of the things I bought. I went into sort of like a pound shop, but I've noticed a couple of them, they just call them like Chinese shops. So apparently they love flower crowns here, which I love. So this small white one, €1.95. This one was €1.95, and then this one was €2.25. And I'm going to combine them into one flower crown. I bought these, and I'm going to put them in my normal shoes. Yeah, and then there are these for sale, and I'm going to use these to sew my friend's, to crochet my friend's baby's blanket for the baby shower that I'm most certainly missing, because he's due in March, and I'll probably talk more about this when I actually do it. This I had to get because it was so soft and chunky and my colour. No, so that was everything I bought. I also bought a magnet because magnets are something that my family started doing. We started just collecting magnets wherever we go, and it's all along the side of our fridge and it looks lovely. When I went to Disneyland Paris with my sister, we bought a magnet for the family now, and then I bought a magnet for when I start my own collection. And now I've got this to add to it as well, which is really exciting. That's today. Tomorrow is a day for editing, fixing my editing program, and tidying my room. It was a great day. I love Tarragona and I can't wait to go back. Yeah. Bye.